Alright guys, welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to be doing motor mounts on the Honda Element. Alright guys, so my Element has over 200,000 miles on it, and one of the things that does wear out is your motor mounts. So your motor mount basically creates a cushion between the engine and transmission and the frame of the vehicle. What this does is it stops the progression of some of the vibrations from the engine and transmission all the way through the vehicle of the car. So because they're made out of usually rubber or some sort of urethane, some of them are even gas filled, they do have a tendency to just wear out and not perform as well. So on this particular vehicle we have 4, so let's get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here on the passenger side. So you'll notice that we have 3 bolts that hold the mount into the chassis, as well as the 1 bolt that holds it to the bracket. And then this bracket is connected by a bolt and a nut here, as well as the single ground strap. I've already gone ahead and moved the reservoir. You can see the lines here for your power steering. So I moved that reservoir out of the way just to give us a little better visibility. So the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and take this ground strap off just to get it out of the way. Once the ground strap is out of the way, we can have access to this nut here on the bracket, which because of the length of this stud, I can't get a socket on, it's too deep. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some wrenches to see if I can get it loose. So once that's loose, everything else should be pretty much straightforward. This is a 17 millimeter as well as these 2, as well as 14s on these 3. So let's go ahead and get that done. So now that everything is taken off, we can go ahead and remove this bracket. And then go ahead and remove this mount. Alright guys, so we can see the old mount here. Not too bad, not too much cracking or anything like that. There's a little bit of wear on the backside, but other than that, it's in pretty decent shape. But since we do have the new ones, I want to go ahead and just get it put in anyway. You can see the new one, a lot cleaner. Just better looking. So let's go ahead and get it in the car. So we're going to move on here to the driver's side, but you'll notice that the air box is in the way of the mount, which is down here. So let's go ahead and get this air box out. So the air box is held on by 3 bolts here, but by removing the mass airflow sensor and the top lid as well as the filter, it's easy to access them, and then you just have to remove the hose in the bottom of the box, and then we have perfect access to our motor mount here. So let's go ahead and start working on that. Alright guys, I don't know how well you can see this on the video, but there is definitely a crack around the edge here, and there's definitely some cracking and splitting inside the inside here. Either way, we're gonna replace it. So we got our new one. The nice thing about this mount is all the bolts were 17s. So you had 2 at the base, 1 at the top. Then you have your through bolt here, which is also a 17, which goes through the bracket, which has 2 17 millimeter nuts and a 17 millimeter bolt. So let's go ahead and get this back in the car. All right, well, I'm gonna take a second here and show you a little trick that I do sometimes when I have trouble reaching a bolt. So place it in the socket, use a little bit of electrical tape or some other kind of tape. Painter's tape probably works as well. This is what I had laying around just to hold the bolt in there. And then now I can extend it and I can actually reach. All right, and once it's started, you can go ahead and pull the socket out. Come with your tape, take your tape off, and the bolt is in. Let's continue. All right guys, we're down here on the ground now, so I'm gonna try to start getting some of these panels off so that we can get the front motor mount that lives here behind this radiator. So let's get started. All right, so now we're under the car. We got the splash shield off and the panel cover in the front of the bumper here. I'll go over that here in a minute, but there's really no great angle to see that the motor mount's here. You have your through bolt here. This is the nut and then the bolt on the other side. And then you have two bolts, one underneath and one on the top. And I can show you a little better once the mount's out of the car, but that's basically it. It's just the three bolts, through bolt, and then the two top and bottom, and then let's go ahead and get those off. Just wanted to take a second here to mention the splash guard. I did remove it off camera because trying to get the right camera angle so you could see it was difficult, and basically it's just held in by a bunch of plastic clips and a couple of 10mm bolts on the sides. So take your time, don't break anything, and you should be just fine. All right guys, you should be able to see pretty well. This is ripped, so we're gonna go ahead and junk this and we'll take the new one and we'll get that in. You can see it a lot easier here. Two bolts mounted to the engine and transmission. One bolt goes through, mounts it to the subframe. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right guys, we're back in the hole where the airbox goes, and the fourth and the rear mount is all the way in the back of the engine. So you can see a little better from here, so I'll explain what I'm gonna do here. So if you see there's the two arms coming off the transmission holding onto that black mount in the middle. So there's one bolt that goes through and then three bolts that mount up from the bottom. So let's get underneath and start unbolting that from the subframe. All right guys, pretty simple. 3 14mm bolts, one 17mm that goes through. If you keep the transmission supported and it stays at the right height, you should be able to slide the old one out and the new one in with no problem. So let's go ahead and get our new one in, and then we'll come back and take a look at all the mounts that we've changed today. so now that they're all out, let's just do a quick run through of each one. So the first one was pretty easy, unobstructed. You had 3 14mm bolts, 17mm nut on top, and then a 17mm nut and bolt that hold the bracket to the engine, as well as a 10mm ground strap. This one wasn't super worn out, but I'm glad I changed it anyway. The second one was a little bit more difficult, had to remove the air box, a couple of 10mm bolts and some clamps, nothing too crazy. This was a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, mostly just because these two 17mm in the back, difficult to connect to the frame. So you have your 3 17mm connected to the frame, a through bolt, and then 2 nuts and a bolt, all of which are 17mm, and that'll take your bracket and mount off. So the one thing I will have to say is however you take it off, if you decide not to take the bracket off, that's fine. But if you do take it off and you go to put it back in, put them back together first. And if you do decide to do that, make sure you crack the through bolt, make sure it's loose before, because it's a lot easier to loosen on the car than once you get it out of the car. So that brings us to the third one, which was not particularly difficult, but difficult to get to because you have to take your front bumper apart and remove the splash guard. So I'll go over that a little bit while I'm putting them back on, and glad we changed this. Just has the 2 17mm on the front and the one through the middle. So moving on to the fourth one, which I actually thought was gonna be harder, but it was actually fairly easy. You have 3 14mm bolts that come up through the subframe, and then your 17mm through bolt, and that's it. So let's go ahead and get the car back together and we'll wrap this up. Alright guys, well, that should pretty much wrap up the install. All 4 motor mounts have been changed and the car is put back together. The air box, the bumper fascia, the splash guard, it's all back on. So all it needs now is a test drive, which it's torrentially downpouring here in Georgia today, so I may wait on that. But in the meantime, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. All right guys, so we're down here on the ground now because I'm gonna take some of these trim panels off so we can reach the